Peace, this is Drell with Quantum Light Consciousness. Today I want to talk about healing with mirrors, mirror healing, okay? Any personal mirrors that you use in your personal space can be very esoteric, especially if you use them every day. They can hold essences of yourself, they can hold apparitions of yourself, they can hold thought forms and your emotions that you use every day directly back at yourself. That's why people are so very self-conscious when they look in mirrors. You may hear people who don't like to look in mirrors anymore. You know, when they get older, you know, depending on what type of person you are, depending on how much self-esteem that you have, depending on what your personality traits are, or what you actually think about yourself. Because right now in the realm that we live in, the third dimension of Earth, on the planet the way it is, with this society the way that it is, there are a lot of things going through the ether that you may not be conscious of. You may not actually know the dynamics that are in play when you use mirrors. Today I want to talk about using those dynamics to heal yourself and not allow these mirrors to affect you. Okay? When you're using a mirror, what you see is the past. Okay? Depending on who you are, how fast you oscillate in your physical body, in your physical vessel, you're looking back at a physical version of yourself. However, if you do not resonate or identify directly as just your physical body, what you're looking at is an oscillation of your cells vibrating at a slower speed in the physical form. Okay? So it's like you're looking at your body is just your physical body. There's no need to get so tied up or so identifiable or so low or downtrodden based on how you look. Okay, first off, alright, especially for the females out there, you guys struggle with your bodies, you guys struggle with your body image and how you look and how you are presented in the world around you. Alright, little do you know that your mirror, you know when you know a good mirror. Alright, you know the good feeling you get when you have a good mirror. Alright, however, you don't want to live in it. You don't want to have a projection of yourself separated from your physical body and embodied in that mirror. You are you. There's no one other than you. You're one of one. You're a God being, goddess being. All right. When people look into mirrors, they get caught up in self-consciousness, meaning they get caught up in their heads. They literally be like, "Oh, how does my skin look? How does my face look? How does my body look? How am I going to look to other people? Do I look good? Do I look bad? Am I ugly? Am I fat? Am I hot? Am I skinny? Am I jacked? Am I lean? Am I whatever?" You know, they always get caught up in the mirrors, right? And mirrors aren't just a third dimensional thing. They are honestly a very, very, very widely used dynamic in the astral realms. Okay? So one of the most popular things is people not having the confidence that they should have because they're afraid to look in the mirror, or they think they don't look like what they want to look like on the outside, so they're constantly afraid to even take a look or do the things that they need to do, or, you know, because every time they look in the mirror, it's a bad experience. They're getting reflected thoughts back, okay? The first thing that is crucial to heal and to actually understand mirrors for what they are is that they can work positive or they can work negative, okay? And they need to be cleared, okay? So when you have a person who's constantly just afraid to look in the mirror, or doesn't like looking in the mirror, or dreads looking in the mirror when they have to get ready every day, whether you're a female, whether you're a male, you need to understand that when you don't clear items that you use every day, you're going to get the negative frequency back in your face, all right? The last thing you want to do is look in the mirror and have a bad thought about yourself or about anything at all, because once you're doing that, it goes boom boom, literally like boom boom. It's like holding a tennis racket, hitting a tennis ball at a wall, and then having a cocoon right back in your face. Like, exactly what's going on with people, and they don't even realize it, and they live their lives like that, and by the time they get old, they're afraid to look in the mirror. All right, so what you want to do is clear your mirrors. All right, have your angels, have your higher selves, have your team of spirits or whoever you work with clear your mirrors. All right, The way it works is that there's hooks and cords going through every single thing on this planet as like a massive containment field net. All right, and this containment net works as a downward force that holds everybody down, that slowly keeps everybody, in line and controlled and not awake and not seeing with their third eye. All right. So this field is the cause of all things that you don't want. Negative thought forms, negative energy forms, depression, sadness, anger, laziness, sickness, disease, everything. Everything you don't want is based off of this net. So when you're looking at your mirror and you're having thoughts go off in your head, a lot of times it's just this net. And so when you have your angels clear your mirrors and clear the hooks and cords through your mirrors, it gets a lot better. Your psychological health gets a lot better. Okay. Now I know this because I personally have to share mirrors with people who aren't totally conscious, and when that happens, you learn quickly. All right, or else you take on somebody else's thought forms that aren't yours. Like, just look at it. Just do some meditation. Go and look in the mirror, and then you look in the mirror, and then you get rebound thoughts that you weren't thinking of at all, and then they're like on the outside of you, coming from this piece of glass. And you're like, I guess so. All right. So that's the first thing. Clear your mirrors. Okay. So the second thing is mirror dimensions. Okay. Mirrors are actually like a huge test. All right. So when you're on your ascension path, you learn that when you get into your own embodiment of your soul and you see yourself for who you are and you start walking your path of soul transition and evolution, what you know is that you are you and nobody else is you. And when you see yourself as you, nobody else can actually be you, even if somebody tries to project some type of reflection as you. Right? It's like a massive test of your own will. You have to become like an avatar of yourself, kind of like the show Avatar, but that's actually a real dynamic. That's actually a real archetype of a person. All right? It reminds me of walking through a field where nobody is conscious of the true God being that they are inside except you, right? And you're walking and everybody's like reflecting off each other, bouncing off each other, pushing around these fake projections, these fake things, these fake thought forms through the social patterns and through the social dynamics of society. Granted, what happened with COVID, with this vaccine or whatever it is that these people are pushing onto each other. Like, oh, did you take it? Did you take it? Did you do this? Did you do this? Like, no. And the same thing with anything else, like down to what people do for a living, down to who people pay attention to, down to who people are friends with, down to what people are into, what type of hobbies that they do. Oh, you do this, you do that. It's everything. It's literally everything. And what people forget are who they are on the inside. Who you are on the inside is nobody else. There's one of you. Your higher selves aren't even you. So what you are is like a fingerprint, one of one, from an unimaginable realm of massive amounts of unconditional love, light, and oneness, unity, abundance, peace, and harmony. And when you see yourself as this fingerprint, you understand that nobody else has your soul signature. So who you are is you to the max, to the infinite form, to the infinite level. So when you begin to embody that, nothing can reflect against you and nothing can project or pretend to be you. Okay? Because when you start to astral project, you'll have many types of multidimensional entities attempt to simulate you, your form, what you look like, what you sound like, everything. And they'll try and do it through other people. They'll put like negative frequencies on other people and have other people's aura project against you and say, oh, you're that person because, oh, you're related to them, or oh, they're your friend, or oh, you know this person for so long. Like, no, you learn not to live in a mirror. You learn not to reflect anything, and you learn not to, show up as if you're some type of projection of somebody else. Okay? And that's another thing that you can see with other people who try to use this dynamic against others, and they don't really know that they're doing it, because they go too far in saying, oh, all is one, we're all one person, right? So I'm going to use my videos and flip the camera and say, oh, you're me, so look at me, right? And then they don't realize that they're totally controlled, and that's a total invasive dynamic to even try to push onto somebody who you're trying to give advice to. Yet there's not many YouTube channels that do that. However, just watch out for that as well. Alright, and the same with the phones, okay? When you're in your phone and you're reflecting off your phone, you're not supposed to do that, because when your third eye turns on, you're going to learn really quick. You're going to see that the etheric operating system of the phone is actually liquid. And that liquid computer is going to pop right off that metal phone right into your third eye interface, and then you're going to have an artificial version of you trying to actually overlay your aura and walk around as you. Even with all these cute little filters and all these little effects and little caricatures that you can make of yourself in the little selfies that you're taking, all of these things can actually work against you, because these tech companies secretly want to put an artificial world over each and every person's eyelids. Alright, that's what they're doing. Alright, just don't take it from me. Just learn for yourself. Alright, everything that I tell you, look into for yourself. Alright, I urge you to do that. Do your own research, look at what's happening in the world around you, and you won't be sorry. Okay? So mirror healing is something that you can work with on a day-to-day. When you do these things, you'll learn. Alright? Take your power back for your emotions, for your thought forms, for the feelings that are going through your body, and don't let other people's thought forms get in your way of who you want to be and where you want to go. Right? Because it's very simple. All you have to do is clear your mirror, and boom, you're good. When you understand that, you can always live from the inside out and not be totally dependent on an image from a piece of glass in front of you all the time. Alright? So peace and love. If you guys would like a session, they actually paused in the moment. Right now, I do numerology readings and custom art. I also have a t-shirt shop, Empath League. Check it out, empathgear.com. I'm wearing a shirt right now, this Old Soul shirt. It's pretty dope, I love that myself. If you guys like that, you get 10% off of your first order and free shipping. Okay, so check that out. I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love.